Welcome. You're listening to the Rutten River Pursuits podcast. Join our epic pro staff around the Sonic Campfire for stories and adventures from our eastern mountains to the Chesapeake Salt. Let our highs and lows inspire you to take to the outdoors.
Hey guys, welcome once again. Sitting around the Sonic Campfire. You're here with Uncle Catfish from Rutten River Pursuits. We got the boys down in Miami, and we are hunting peas. We're going to get all into it. Who's to my left?
I'm Sean.
I'm Steve.
I'm Will.
And Monster Mike.
Monster Mike is with us, ladies and gentlemen.
We don't have to stoke up the Sonic Campfire too much tonight.
No.
We're in Miami, and it's hot.
It is hot.
Coals here.
We do it with ice instead of fire.
It's
Oh my God, it's been. I knew it was going to be hot, but it's hot.
Yeah.
It's like I jumped out of a swimming pool the second I walked outside.
No doubt.
And for people that don't know, I'm talking about hunting peas. Monster Mike is the guy down here in Miami. He is the titan of Peacock bass, and he put us on some tanks today.
Yeah,
some tanks.
First spot.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for coming down. I mean, I had a blast seeing y'all get tight.
We've heard about you. You're just a legend in Pennsylvania, but man, we got to fish with the legend today. That was awesome.
I should have got some sleep last night. I didn't know how fast-paced it was. I should not have stayed up all night throwing whopper poppers in the golf course.
Yeah, you were
ponds.
probably walking back and forth like, what am I going to use? And then little do you know, you were doing all that thinking, and once you get to the spot, it's a little bit different than largemouth bass fishing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you saw it today. You know, their reaction is a little bit different than a largemouth. When a largemouth sometimes grabs some, they'll, hold it for a little bit long. But sometimes peacock, especially the way we were doing it,
they're snappy.
That sometimes you don't have that right timing, but
I missed a few of them under the bridge today that yanked on it. I missed them, so I'd have to learn how to set the hook right on.
Who caught that bigger one? You did, right?
Yeah,
Will caught the biggest one today.
That was a beast. That was a big male with that hump head.
I want to hear all about it.
Yeah. So
Monster Mike, tell us who you are, where you live.
So. Oh my gosh! So we're in Miami, Florida. Guys coming down. So I put him on some peacock bass, and the first fish was a giant. And I was just like, oh my gosh, guys, he has a giant. So I'm sliding down, and guess what? Right before I went to go lip the fish, I made a step, and my whole body went in the water. So it kind of sounded like bloop. But, I got
it on GoPro. It's a bit more of a splash.
He did it like a...
I so tried to grab you, too, when you went.
Yeah,
it was awesome to see.
It was awesome to see that monster in the beginning of the morning like that.
And it was early. Normally, peacocks bite later in the day, and we got there.
Yeah,
it wasn't 10 minutes.
They like morning, afternoon, too. It's all, the midday is when it usually gets that slow peak.
Sure.
You can still catch them, but it's that slow peak. That was around, 10 o'clock you caught yours? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep.
That was a tank, Will. What it feel like, boss?
That was personal best, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, monster.
First fish, got your personal best.
Monster
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
Well, we figured that was 6 pounds, right?
Yeah. That was a stud.
So I didn't feel it at first. Like whenever it first hit, I didn't have any kind of inkling that it was a massive
peacocks.
Fish.
Look, you can't really predict the way if they're going to eat it and stay there or eat it and run.
Yeah.
Usually when they're flared up and fired up, they'll eat your bait and they'll take off 100 miles per hour, or they'll eat your bait and just sit there. But I guess, in your case, he ate and it was just little.
It was enough to know there was a fish there.
It was almost like a flathead catfish. Yep.
Usually the bigger ones tend to eat and stay there.
Yeah.
Because they eat, I'm good, I'm fat, I'm heavy, I'm going to stay right here.
I got no predators around me.
The little guys, like, around 1-2 pounds, they like to grab the bait, even if it's not even all the way in their mouth, and they'll just take off. They'll just take off.
What I found fascinating is we're sight fishing these peacocks, not like bass, unlike bass on beds. The water, when you get down to some of these canals and stuff, you can see them, and you can throw the shiners at them. And when you do hook one, it's wild to see 4, 5, 6 other ones swimming around and following, going like, "What's the huff buff all about?"
They get fired up when they see like one hooked and struggling, and if your bait is still dangling on the line, 3 other fish will try to fight over.
Yeah.
They get fired up when they see one hooked. It's crazy. It's like mahi fishing.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah, and our waters are clear down here.
This one was dark water. Like I didn't even know that was there. Like
yeah, that was a darker water one, so we couldn't really see that bite. But then when we went to the other areas and we were sight fishing them, and it was watching you trying to, or was it you on the fly?
Yes, me
you on the fly. Yeah, watching them strike on the fly. It's good. You can sight fish for these peas.
It's hard to tell us apart with all these beards, right?
With all these beards, like, who was fly fishing? You. Yeah, you all got beard.
Sean, you came down here to Miami and caught your first pea on a fly. I was not over there with you. I was fishing the other side of the bridge. You got one today on a fly?
I got one today on a fly and one 2 days ago on a fly.
What happened today? I wasn't over there.
Today we were watching one, protecting an area there. We just kept going at it. Finally, I got it to take it, and it held on long enough. And then we caught that one. We got it on a little Facebook Live feed. And then we went after another one, which was bigger. And what did I miss that thing? 10 times?
Oh, yeah. That one kept swiping, kept missing. Yeah. Sometimes it gets personal. I'll be out of fish for 2 hours sometimes, trying to catch that same fish for 2 hours. And... it's just...
But we crawled on our hands and knees today to catch a fish. I followed Monster Mike through the brush, and he has... You were hand teasing that with the line. You didn't even have the rod teasing that one. He has a special gift to know how to make them snap out.
I was holding the rod, and Mike was teasing it for me, and whenever he took it and ran with it, he let go, and I caught up to it.
Yep. Yeah, because that was a tight little area, so we had to basically crawl.
That was awesome.
I didn't have to crawl because I'm short. I stood. I could jump and still be good, But
a little backstory. Like Uncle Catfish was like, he's not going to make us jump any fences or anything, right? Because
we could have, but
I'm not going to. I'm not built like that. Next thing you know, he's like got you crawling back in this jungle.
I thought it was epic. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And for people that don't know, like if you're the 3 or 4 people on Earth that don't know who Monster Mike are, so you 3 go follow him.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at monster_Mike86. I'm also on YouTube, which is that's where all my full videos are at. That's Monster Mike Fishing on YouTube. Over 125,000 subscribers, and I just started a few months ago.
Yeah, boss.
That's crazy.
Super high energy. Insane. As a guide down here, he's the Peacock guide to come to when you come to Miami. Now that we've come and seen it in person, I wouldn't send anybody to anybody else. It's phenomenal. Like even the one you caught on the fly, Sean, over there. When we first got there, your high energy. I saw you run across the bridge. I'm like, yo, the fly over here now. And to put you on the fish, you work hard. You're all over the place, and it's awesome.
I'm just focused on what I do because I've been doing this since I was 3 years old.
Yeah, tell me your backstory about.
Yeah, well, my dad started me off peacock bass fishing since I was like 3, and that spot we were at this morning is actually where I started, and I got my first peacock there and fell in love with it ever since. And I'm 28 years old now, and I just
going on 27.
And I'm still, I'm 28 going on 27.
That's what we always say.
So I'm 28 going on 27 now, and I'm still in love with these peas, and now it's a career and a job and a hobby and everything. And I'm just enjoying life and just doing what I love. And
I can see that, dude, because we went pier fishing a couple days, and we went beach, on the shore. And I just kept thinking, when can we get back to those peas?
Definitely.
Oh, no, you get addicted. Oh. I had people leaving back to their largemouth bass territory only largemouth, and they're like, man, it ain't the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. Because when you're here, you have varieties. You have largemouth, peacock bass, and other stuff, other exotics.
Jaguars?
We got a jaguar grapote. That's a cool fish, a cool exotic that you banged out off of your list.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Steve-O Fish Podcasting's bad boy.
That was awesome.
We got 2 really unique ones. Steve got that, and you caught a parrotfish yesterday, which I heard was tough to catch.
Crazy.
So.
Andrew said he's not even really seen one. I don't know. I've never seen it.
It was blue.
Like
anyhow,
you were targeted.
You can see it when you're around you. I mean,
targeted him.
The second that you're around Monster Mike, you can see you love it. It's in your blood.
It's a passion.
I mean, I just like to have fun with it. I enjoy watching other people catch fish. It makes me feel good because it's like, I'm helping. And a lot of people, they come down, they travel airplanes to come down to fish with me to, number one, probably bang it off their list or get their personal best. And I put so many people on their personal best.
I can see why.
And it's just a good feeling
to
know, like, this is my biggest, or, because it's either here or South America for peacocks, really.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you could go a little up, the Broward area, but down south we have, mainly the good sized big peacock bass.
And I think we were fishing the first day north of here.
Yeah, we were fishing brown.
Yeah.
And we saw lots of fish. We caught lots of fish, but
Yeah.
nothing in the stature of the weight limits of we saw down here.
A couple nice ones, but not a 6-pounder.
No,
I mean, from what I've told, when they first introduced the peacock bass to Miami, Florida, 1984, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 1984 or 1982. But anyways, they released it down here in these canals, like the Homestead area, or the C100 canal.
Mm-hmm.
So they started down here, and then they moved up. So it's basically they planted the seed right here.
Sure, the trunk of the tree is the biggest where
And then,
it's at, right?
yeah, and then up there, you guys have plenty and big ones too. Don't get me wrong, but these are the main canals to find that monster.
Talk about
Miami.
a little bit.
Miami.
The location where we fish today. We're used to going to a lake or a river, something big. That is absolutely not the case. What we are doing today.
Well, I mean, first of all, what would you do? Like, this is totally
okay. In Miami,
everything Stevie would ever do.
We were in an hour. We were at 12 different spots or something.
Yeah,
like that.
You'd
do a
sit
thing.
on one spot all day.
I would stood the first spot. I'd still be there.
Yeah.
It's urban angling is what I do. If 5 minutes I'm at a spot, if I don't feel no sign or anything, I'll feel it out. If I feel like the fish are going to come, I'll wait. But if it feels dead, I have hundreds of spots. We urban angling. We go spot to spot and we find them.
Yeah.
But urban angling is literally urban angling.
Yeah, you're in your vehicle
next to a house.
You're in your vehicle. You're at one spot in 5 minutes. You're at the next spot in 15 minutes. You're hopping back in your vehicle. You're going to the next spot. You're spot hopping until you find that school of peacock bass, and then you find them.
In some of these neighborhoods, you'd have to have a guide like Monster Mike, because some of these neighborhoods you would get lost in. A lot of it looks the same to me. It's like, haven't we been here before?
I mean, there's a lot of body of water around here. You can pick any body of water and fish. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to catch a giant.
Yeah.
You also have to know where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being real.
You have a lifetime to know that, though.
Yeah. I've been studying these waters for a lot of time.
But like, if you're going to start out, you come to like a local bait shop like this.
Yeah, this is a F&F bait and tackle, and F&F bait and tackle is actually where you can come and get your bait, and it's actually in the area of monster peacock. So that's where I usually get my bait from as well. I also use artificial. You can use live bait or artificial depending on the type of weather condition and stuff like that. Today we did both. We did fly and live bait, and it was a success.
Yeah.
Well, some of the lures and the equipment and things like that, I'm kind of just getting back. I used to fish a ton whenever I was a kid. This is the year I kind of I'm turning it back on, and I'm fishing a lot more. This is a big summer of fishing for me.
He didn't have a choice. We made him. Start dragging him back into it.
It doesn't hurt to have a bunch of dudes and a podcast to inspire you to fish.
No, I like, but this is awesome, yeah.
But for me to walk into a South Florida bait shop or
none of this is back home.
None of this is here. No. Back home at all. It doesn't. And I mean, I'm looking for anything that resembles, And there's
a Whopper Plopper on the shelf over there.
A Whopper Plopper.
I was just saying. I mean, we might have seen one before. That's 99%
of what we fish up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
but there's just. I mean, there's jigs, there's things like that, but they're just.
I guess this is
bright colors.
Because where you're out, the main species is what that you catch for freshwater.
Largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, river smallmouth, lakes are largemouth. We have walleyes, but mostly it's bass fishing.
I guess you guys have the tackle. That's basically what to catch. What you guys have.
That's it.
Yep.
Here, there's people going saltwater. There's people going freshwater. There's people going brackish water. There's people. So we have almost everything you need.
You can literally fish freshwater, walk across the street, and fish saltwater.
Yeah. I've caught in snappers and peacock bass, and I have video to prove it at the same spot. It's just you just don't know what you need for the body of water, the area that you're fishing in Miami, because you want a peacock bass, 5 minutes. You want something else, all right.
Yeah, especially since you can sight fish a lot of this stuff. You can change you can change your tactics pretty quickly. What are the Mayan?
The Mayan cichlid, yeah.
So far that's
the
been
orange. The orange ones, Midas, and then there's Mayans. The Midas was the bright orange ones. The Mayans were the colorful ones that you were looking at the last spot. But yeah, they when they're aggressive, they'll eat a live bait, artificial fly. They're cool fish and they fight hard.
They're strong fighters.
They do fight hard.
I caught a nice one on the first day.
You can get it with bread too.
And you guys have
killed a big one.
Also,
or not killed it, but he smashed.
Also in these canals, you have giant carp, grass carp.
Yeah, grass carp,
tarpon, snook.
We saw some snook.
Yes. Am I missing stuff?
Tilapia.
We saw some jacks today. But yeah, we have. Yeah,
it's such an array of different kinds of fish.
That's a big one.
That's nuts. A monster Mayan, yeah.
Monster Mayan.
Monster Mayan. Oh my god! Oh my gosh, guys! That's a monster Mayan. But yeah, it was fun today. I had a blast. And
what's some of the throw me out one of your favorite memories of fishing in this area?
Memories. I mean, I have good memories. I have bad memories. I've lost some really big fish that still breaks my heart till today.
Heartbreakers.
Yeah.
That's a Phil Robinson story. Yeah.
I don't keep bringing it up, but I believe I lost like about a 15-pound largemouth.
Really?
You did? Really?
Yeah. He was at a floodgate. This was like, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago. I had a big bluegill. I caught a bluegill. He just was sitting right there, and the stomach was like huge. It had to have been like a 29-inch largemouth. What? And I casted it. It ate it. And then it just started swimming away. I counted a few seconds. I set the hook. The bluegill was too big. The bait came right out. Actually, the hook was turned, and the hook pierced the bait, so I couldn't hook the largemouth, and that would probably been the Florida's record largemouth bass. But good memories. I tear up the big peacocks. I like to do different videos, video ideas, catching fish in sewers. I like doing DIYs, do it yourself. I'll turn a toy into a lure. I'm always doing something every day. Every day is a journey. What I do, you know.
Cars zipping by like you're ripping.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff.
Cars pulling over while I'm fishing. I mean, all that's caught on camera too. You know, on Monster Mike Fishing on YouTube.
I saw that today as we're fishing different spots. Just people are beeping at Mike. Yeah. Hey, Mike, going by.
Well, that was cool too.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
We were fishing at the one spot. We pulled into a Target, and I said, "Hey, is this where you bought Nemo at?" And he's like,
"Yep.
This is where we fished."
Yeah, I was in. That's crazy because it was raining that day. I went inside Target to get some shelter, and I was looking at a Nemo toy. I purchased it, and I drilled some holes, add some trebles, and caught some peacocks.
It was phenomenal. Check that out on YouTube.
And there's a battery in it, so I didn't really have to jig it or jerk it. I casted it, and I used it like a live bait. The tail did all the movement.
I bet that clicking noise of that toy was just another trigger.
I put that thing on a peacock's bed, and it crushed Nemo.
Yeah, I was not surprised at all.
I was like, oh my gosh, guys, the peacock bass just ate Nemo. But yeah, so, nah. But I mean, I love it down here. Born and raised in Miami, Florida. I don't even see myself living anywhere else. Even if somebody said, Mike, right now I want you to move up there, best fishing. This is where my home is at. You know, it won't be the same if I moved up to Pennsylvania or somewhere even with good fishing. I need my peacocks in my life. I need them.
I get it. I'm a flathead fisherman. Catfish are my first love in the river. I get it. Yeah. Night fishing for big, giant, predatory cats.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you grow up doing something, it gets in your blood. Yep.
I'll come up and do a catfish episode or,
You're always welcome, boss.
You do noodling too?
We don't do noodling in Pennsylvania. It's illegal.
I always wanted to stick my hand down fishes.
We know a guy.
Because I can wrestle with them.
We definitely know a guy. We'll work. Maybe we can work on something.
I believe Hannah Barron follows him.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a beast at noodling.
She was on our podcast last week.
That's awesome.
Yeah, her and her dad Jeff talk with us a lot.
We love Uncle Jeff.
Yeah. I met her at ICAST. Awesome.
I'll tell you one thing that I really like about you is you're a real good, clean show. You keep it clean. Like last night, for example, we were out riding. I put a picture on Instagram. One of my kids' classmates is in junior high. Junior high kid's like, "Are you fishing with Monster Mike?"
That's
like,
awesome.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
But even like, you got the young. You're a role model to the kids
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You keep it clean. You do a great job.
What was
Yeah.
your son's name?
Oh, I'll look it up while we're
Yeah,
talking.
we'll have to
here.
have Monster Mike give him a shout.
Yeah, I enjoy it. All the younger generations look up to me and stuff like that. Even though they're looking down because they're taller than me, because I'm only, but it's a good feeling to know, the fan base that I have.
It
motivates me. It motivates me to keep doing, what I do. I mean, I'll do it regardless, but that just puts that fire on there that people love seeing what I do. And I started off just regular fishing because that's what I love to do. And people my social media just started blowing up from catching big peacock bass and posting it. So it led to just a regular hobby to now a job at full-time everything, just everything about fishing and making a living.
Look how many adventures it's getting into you too, and how many people you're meeting. I mean, we're sitting in one of your favorite bait shops and we're podcasting.
Yeah,
right beside the spool.
Yeah, I never thought I would be doing a podcast in the bait store, but this is awesome. And
once this gets out there, you'll be on more of them. Trust me. A lot of them will want you to come on once they hear you.
Yeah. I mean,
because not only are you interesting on YouTube, we hung out with you all day behind the scenes. People don't hear what happened. Hilarious, funny guy. Your personality is super upbeat and fast-paced, always joking around. So when you get down here, it's almost like you have that buddy you've known your whole life, and you have that personality to click right away with your clients.
Yeah, you don't have to feel some type of way with me. You can just be yourself. I just like to have fun, and I'm just a humble person. Just like to just.
Yeah, I feel bad for Brian, your cameraman.
Oh yeah, he missed out on a lot of action.
Well, not only that, but I tried my hand at filming a good bit today, and just doing lives and stuff like that, and it was impossible to keep up, and especially having the group that we did.
It's tough.
Yeah, the filming.
You start to spread out as the fish.
Once you're comfortable, filming my style, like if you were with me for a week filming me, it would make your life easier to know, I already know what he's ready for me to do because this is what he's doing. Yeah. Today was that, okay, so that's what we're going to do. You didn't really know, but
it takes time.
It's a fast pace, on and off camera. It's, we don't really have time. These peas, we hit them, we crush them, we film it. And, but the filming, Brian does put in a lot of work. Much respect for Brian. But
you put it in a lot of thought and effort into your videos too.
I
mean, we talked about that a little bit while we were out riding around. How you have things going through your mind all the time.
My brain. I tell you, it's not normal. The things that I think of for ideas, it's just out of the box. But it is awesome because the turnout, it works. For an example, turning a toy into a lure and catching a fish.
Oh, it's super entertaining.
Yeah.
People actually said, Mike, I went to Target and bought a Nemo toy because of you.
Yeah.
And he actually caught a fish.
That's
and
awesome.
He tagged me in it and everything.
Well, and another example of that is I was talking to my boy last night and said, hey, I'm going fishing with Monster Mike tomorrow. He says, and we were out in the Keys yesterday and we saw the tarpon down at Bass Pro Shop. And my boy says, better go get some chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, yeah, that was a fun one, catching a tarpon on chicken nuggets. And, just recently, my last video, actually, I ripped off the Barbie doll's head, add some frog hooks, had some hooks on there, and I got a snakehead.
Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing.
Yeah, got a snakehead. It was pretty fun.
Talk about thinking outside the box. Pigtails on a Barbie head.
I mean,
frog legs.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I'm just honored just how far I am. Just starting off, just posting pictures on Instagram. I've been on TV twice with fishing. Kayak Bass and Chad Hoover actually saw me on social media, and that was my first time he was like, Mike, you want to film for TV? I didn't think anything of it. I said, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
And that was a success. We did a kayak episode, nailed out some peacock bass, and then we caught some big monster 400-pound Goliath grouper.
I saw that. That was nuts.
And then my second person I went on TV with was Mike Iaconelli, another TV host. That was an honor.
He's a Philly guy.
The words, yeah, Philly guy. The words he said, I would never forget. After the this is after 20 minutes of fishing, and I kid you not, he said, Mike, like, I put him on 3 fish over 5 pounds in 20 minutes.
That's nuts.
3 fish over 5 pounds. He looked at me, he goes, Mike, usually when you're filming for TV, it's not really this easy, and it takes a long time because the cameras are rolling, but we were done filming in 20 minutes.
Yep.
We were done. He said, Mike, we have an episode. And he goes, Mike, he said, I already filmed 19 episodes. This is my top 2. He said, this is my top 2. And that was the last episode that we filmed for Going Ike, and he moved it to the front.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was awesome.
That's a huge compliment.
And you know what?
Mike
It's just, look, it's a lot like Rotten River. I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years, and in the last year, it has exploded for us. And it's just going 100 miles an hour in the popularity that we're gaining as well. So
that's awesome.
I know what it's like to grow faster than I expected, and especially since you've been doing it a long time, and.
Just seems like you're
it's
just
amazing
now
to know
popularity.
what all the stuff that we've been through and all the stuff that you've went through in your life. Imagine what will happen by next year. Like, it's going to get bigger and more fun and more crazy.
That's the thing. Like, when I started, I never took a break.
Yeah.
I don't know what a break is. I never took 2 days without fishing, like without actually doing work/fishing. Like, if I'm not guiding, I'm out there fishing for fun, or I'm filming for content for my YouTube.
We call that scouting up home for your clients later. Yep.
Yeah, and scouting. I heard down to scouting areas, learning new waters, and I've been on it, for social media. I mean, I was doing this way before social media. I was doing this way before Instagram, Facebook, MySpace, etc. I was that guy, 6 years old, hopping on a bike, riding to the nearest canal, plucking a monster in the first hour or so less, and going back home with a smile. I just been putting in the work, and it grows. When you put in the work, you don't really have to promote as much as you think. You put in the work, they see it, they give you the respect, they follow you, they look up, they're looking for your next move.
Yep.
I'm always on top of my next move, and I'm ready to go after it. And
it's amazing that we said this on Jeff and Hannah's episode too. The same thing. Not only is Instagram just a way for all of us to share, but it allows us to be in Pennsylvania to meet guys like you, to meet people like Hannah, and get a chance to go to Alabama, hand fish a giant catfish. It connected us finally, where other Instagram, other Facebook type stuff, it was cool, but Instagram seems to be the unity of the country.
Yeah,
now.
Instagram is, I feel like it's the main social media right now for promoting and stuff. Facebook is all right. I feel like Facebook fell out and changed in a few. I know they have the live stuff on there. That's awesome too. But yeah, Instagram is where I pretty much started, and then somebody was like, make a YouTube channel. I've been debating on doing that until somebody said, Mike, what are you doing? You do awesome videos. Post them where you can get paid for your views. And I was just like, okay, I'll try it. And then trying it turns out to, I'm like one of the talk YouTubers right now. A lot of people saying you're my best YouTuber. I love your videos, and that's what just keeps me going, and it's awesome.
That's a good feeling, isn't it? It's a good feeling when people really love to watch what you do. Yeah.
Did you frame your first YouTube check?
Okay, honestly, my first YouTube check was $5,000 in 1 month, and I was looking at my cameraman because me and Brian was like, let's make the YouTube channel. First check was $5,000, and I was like, in 4 weeks making, or 3-4 weeks making $5,000, I was like, and I was only around like 50,000 subscribers or so, and I was just shocked. I was just like, man, that's a lot of money. 5,000. We're not talking 500 or so.
I was expecting you to say like $30 or
no,
$20.
No. My first check was $5,000.
Little P came out.
Pee came out, blood, discharge, everything came out. Freaking hairs that grew wherever I didn't think. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm finally rich. But but like I said, that was my first check. That's not what I'm getting now, but that was awesome, and I was like, okay, I found my home, and I love it.
This is it.
I love it.
So enjoy doing it.
Now, yeah, and I enjoy doing it. I do it more than doing it for money, honestly.
Yeah.
If they said, look, Mike, you can keep on doing YouTube if you want, but we're going to stop the money. Like, if YouTube said we're stopping everybody's money thing, I'll still be doing my YouTube. Why? People love my content.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it to get that quick dollar.
Your fan base wants to watch
Like
you
I
on
said,
a daily basis.
yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, that's your guide advertisement too.
Yeah.
That's why YouTube's a great platform because it's free.
yeah.
You know, it's,
Anybody can do YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to put in the work. YouTube is work.
Yep.
You post a
Oh, it
video,
definitely
you
is.
post one video, and then your next video is in a month. I mean, yeah, you
You're
can be
falling behind.
You can be doing it for your own personal use. Yeah, I have it up for your own. But if you're looking for that, I want to make it. I'm talking about make it. Like I want to be that person to be up there. You have to really grind.
Yeah.
You have to fish daily.
You said you got to put the work in.
You got to put the work in.
You
Nobody's
must.
going to do it for you.
No.
Did you always want to be like a professional fisherman?
When I was younger, I grew up watching Mike Iaconelli and stuff on TV and said, I'll do a bass tournament and stuff like that. Never really thought I was going to be, ever anything big with fishing. But then, then stuff started happening. And did I ever want to be this big? I wasn't planning it.
Yeah.
Wasn't planning it.
Yeah.
I was just a humble guy that loves fishing. And
So without trying,
it blew up
Bang.
to the point where I am doing it for a career.
so you're meant to do this.
It wasn't a plan when I was like 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, saying I'm gonna just put in the work and become a popular guy.
I'm going to kill my guidance counselor.
Yeah. They didn't tell you about that.
They didn't tell me about this. What?
I do my own counseling.
Yeah.
When I need to talk to somebody, I talk to myself. I just sit in the corner and
Figure it
Give
out.
yourself a pep talk.
Sit by the canal.
I say, Mike, I mean, there's something that needs to be done. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. And then it gets done, and then we do it. You got to just do it.
The way
Just-
it is.
Nothing else.
Just do it.
There's no other secrets.
Yeah.
That's
Good
awesome,
things
man.
happen.
Monster Mike slogan, if you know what I'm saying. I have to make one. I have to make that Monster Mike saying. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to mess up and then have it that. So let me think about it before I have it.
Yeah, you can soundbite us later. We'll add it in.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
gosh,
Good things
that's a really
happen.
cool
Good things
slogan.
happen to good people, man.
oh my gosh, guys. But yeah, I mean, my energy, people love, the excitement. We do have a lot of those people that, that's another thing. There's going to be a lot of those people that are haters and always want to down talk you so you can stop what you're doing so they can have the spotlight. It doesn't work like that. I'm never negative to anyone or anything. I'm always in my own lane doing what I have to do, and then when I need to collaborate and whatever and stuff, I do it. And there's a lot of people that they judge how I fish. Personally, I just feel like they're the ones that are looking immature because they're taking time out of their day to say, Monster Mike, you're fake. Monster Mike, you're too hyper. There's a word that people say, cringe. They're saying, Monster Mike, you're gringe or cridge or gridge. I don't know. It's what? They say it a lot. The people that are on YouTube and stuff, they probably saw that word. But anyways, make long story short, I'm always focused. I never let negativity get to me, and always on the right track.
And there's always going to be negative.
There's always gonna be those negative.
Some of the comments on some of my pictures were just downright rude for somebody who don't even know me from across the wherever. And you got to ignore that stuff.
You just can't reply.
It didn't happen for no reason, Mike. It really didn't. Good things happen to good people, Bub, and you're good people. I mean, to me, today was amazing.
Thanks, appreciate it.
How many good people have you run into in the last 4 years, 5 years?
Most amazing.
A lot.
More positive than negative. The negative people stick out more.
Look, just being me, positive, not showing any negative, and just doing what I do and having fun with it, I became, the guy that they hit up to catch a pea. I became the guy that they hit up to rely on to get a pea. Yeah. To get a peacock bass, to put on TV and stuff. So they trust me.
You remember when that podcast came to Miami? Like to come...
Those were awesome guys.
Those guys that come to talk with you at like a bait shop and go fishing with you in the morning?
Yeah, you guys. I'm like, wait.
There's like
So the type of people
I
you
got
guide.
like 4 new best friends.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm never going to forget this. Podcasting in a bait store, talking about...
Oh, it only gets better from here. When you come north and start hunting with us, put you out in a duck blind, the general's going to be making bacon at 4 in the morning. He's going to be cooking you handmade sausages and eggs. We're going to sit down and bullshit a little bit, and then when the mallards come in, it's just boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom.
Sounds like war.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
different, but I like different. Yeah. I like to get out of my comfort zone sometime, experience. I don't want to stay there.
We'll put a park.
I don't want to stay there. I don't want to live there, but I'll experience it. Have fun with it.
It's so funny you said that. I said it just last night in the hotel. I'm like, man, this is so amazing down here, but I'm so ready to leave the heat already. Yeah. Like, I can't take this.
I mean, yeah. It's like vice versa. You guys are used to where you're at. I'm used to where I'm at.
Right.
Even though I got the heat, I'm used to the heat. You're used to the snow.
Yeah. We'll
I probably won't like the snow. No. I'll make a snow angel and want to go back home.
Right.
Just to say, oh my gosh, guys, I made a snow angel. But yeah.
We'll put a parka on. Yeah, you'll be good.
Maybe we can get like a spoon I can sit on there, like a sleigh.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like... I mean, I'm not a big person, so maybe like...
Oh, we could ice fish? Listen to this. We could ice fish.
Oh, can we ice fish?
We can put, on my lake, we can put the bait in the water and let him get ready, and we can push him on a sled when the fish bites, and we could do the sled ride down the hill, set the hook in the snow.
Oh, my God. That'll go viral.
Yeah.
Sliding down...
Big giant crappie on a sled.
Fishing on a... what is it, sleigh or sled? Sled, yeah. Sled fishing.
Yeah.
Sled fishing in the snow.
Monster Mike has this
sled fishing on dirt.
Really unique backflip hook set. And
that's one thing I didn't show you guys, the backflip, but don't worry. There'll be another day where I'll hit some backflips for you guys. But yeah, the backflip hook sets. Yeah,
we'll get some creative downtime here and think about how we can get the hook up on some ice fishing
coming up in the future. So, 2 questions for me personally as another fisherman. My first question: whenever you go fishing, you have a day where it's not. I know you're busy, but you have a day where you can just go fishing by yourself.
Oh yeah.
Does no cameras, no nothing? Does that still feel the best? Like inside as an internal fisherman, when you can step back and go, I just want to fish.
Like for instance, yesterday, good example. I'm with my friend. He was like, "What are we gonna do today?" He's usually the guy that when my cameraman's not around, he'll film me, whatever. He said, "What are we doing today?" I said, "We're fishing and having fun." Yeah. He's like, you need me to film anything? I said, "No, let's just enjoy, have fun off camera." And I still have that time that, I'm not filming and stuff, having a blast and stuff. I have blasts on and off camera, but what you're saying, I still have those days where I'm not filming and I'm just fishing and having fun. And it feels good. Yeah. Knowing that you're caught up in what you're doing.
Sure. That's always a
It's
good
one
feeling.
thing if you're backed up and then you're like, oh, let's not film. Let's just... But when you're on track and you're everything is, in order, you have time to do what you want. Yeah. You find that time. So... Yeah, I don't always film my journeys. It's crazy because when I'm not filming, that's when the crazy stuff happens.
Yeah.
So, So that's when the crazy stuff happens. I forgot this one thing that happened. If the video was rolling, it would have went viral. But anyways, it's...
You always catch the fish 3 casts after the camera goes off.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
Given.
What's in the future, Mike? So we caught a bucket list. We came down and caught a couple bucket list species this week.
Oh, yeah.
If you were to leave Florida, what would Monster Mike want to go catch somewhere in the world? Like, what's a fish that's on your hit list?
I would like to go to Brazil or the Amazon, not to live, but I want, to catch those big giant peacocks, just to catch something 3 times as big as what I usually catch on the daily basis would probably bring tears to my eyes. If I'm holding up something if I'm holding up a 13+ pound peacock, I'm shocked. I'm stoked. I'm happy. Mission complete. It was always a journey for me to see what it's like to have my hands on one of those big ones.
Yeah. And they smash giant topwater baits.
Yeah. But rather than peacock, I never caught a billfish.
Okay.
I would love to go to like maybe Costa Rica or somewhere. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be in this area, but I never caught a marlin, sailfish, but it's all in the works. I mean, not even in the works, but it's bound to happen.
And it's an exciting journey. When you do it, and you know you're going to do it, it'll be amazing. We went to Roatan, Honduras, and we went wahoo fishing, and they weren't biting, but I slammed all day long these giant barracudas off this guy's boat, and he went, dude, if you're having a blast, catch them. And we just, every time we threw in, it was barracuda.
That's awesome.
And I never caught one, so it's a very intense feeling when you catch a new species of fish.
Exactly. That's like me when I'm like, somewhere else. I was in North Carolina, and I'm at this pond. I was actually there for an event, and I saw a pond. There was koi, and there was some other stream with trout. I never caught a trout or a speckled trout or anything, and they weren't big. But just to say I caught a trout in a stream, it wasn't recorded or anything. But
well, if you get up to Pennsylvania, we'll get you on trout. That's my job. I guide back in Pennsylvania for trout. So you get up, we're going.
I use those for bait.
We
use them for bait.
And monster fish. I would love to just catch monster fish. I mean, I guess that's everybody. Big fish is awesome to catch, but it doesn't have to be a monster to have fun. I enjoy little fish too.
We have blue cats up next to us that are 70, 80 pounds. Yeah, 80 feet of water, dragging them up is pretty tough in the current.
What do they eat?
We use small live, like 12-inch pot-bellied carp, cut shad, big full shad.
Yeah.
It's just a sit and wait game. It's kind of a lot like duck hunting. We throw a lot of big baits out, and you sit back in the boat and just BS, and then just one of the rods it goes down and stays there.
That's
it's
awesome.
like wrestling an alligator, and they come to the top of the boat and they start thrashing at the boat, winding themselves up.
I mean, I'm always
get them in the boat and they're all slimy, and everybody's laughing, falling all over the place. It's
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm always open for new fishing adventures. Get out of my comfort zone a little bit to explore the waters.
So, Mike, as a guide, does someone need to be an experienced fisherman to come fish with you, or can it just be someone new to the sport?
You don't have to be an experienced fisherman. I take anybody that's willing to catch some peacocks. You can book a trip at info at monstermikefishing.com, and you can also find me on monster _Mike86 on Instagram for details. But you can, and anybody can book a trip.
Yeah.
So info at monstermikefishing.com.
Yeah, that makes it super easy for everybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, Yeah.
Get a hold of them, get down here, do it. Honestly, everybody out there that's listened to our podcast for the last year knows that I'm more than addicted to fishing, and I say it a lot, but not in this way. I absolutely had a blast, brother. I really appreciate it. It was a great time.
It means a lot.
I know.
Means a lot.
I mean, to get catfish down here in the heat and on an airplane. I mean,
I hate heat. On our last, on our last 5 podcasts, I've literally said, "I'm not going. It's too hot. I'm not going. It's too hot." And they've made fun of me for 6 weeks?
6 months.
6 months. Yeah. I'm not going. Yeah. It's too hot.
But, I mean, can you say in any way, shape, or form that you regret this?
I do not regret this one bit. Listen, this is my little piece from Miami. So I got Cuban breakfast.
Yes.
Cocaine is something. They look like chicken nuggets with ham in them.
Mozzarella.
Yeah. And I've had some amazing sandwiches from a restaurant called Meat. Just a meat place. And so besides all this new amazing food that I've eaten, so many different species that I've caught, and the awesomeness of catching peacocks down here and going out with Monster Mike and hanging out with one of my new best friends, Andrew, it's been more than an experience for me that the heat bothers me not. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's a small feeling when your clothes are stuck to you that's an uncomfortableness. But I lived in Alaska with mosquitoes eating me in the Arctic Circle. Yeah. I can deal with some heat for this long because we know we're going home. But, from me, my personal experience, my personal best, peacock got better every time I caught one.
Yep. Yeah.
They got bigger and bigger and bigger, and excitement was huge.
This might be the least amount of clothes I've seen you at the most amount of time.
Like, I don't wear shorts ever. So with me with a pair of shorts on down here, and I took my shirt off yesterday down in the Keys, and I have the belly line, red line across my belly, and I was reaching back on my lower flank and my back going, what the hell is that? Oh, I'm friggin' sunburnt right above my ass.
Yeah, this sun will do it to you. This sun will definitely
But
do
Mike,
it to
I'm
you.
going to bail out because I got a friend
All
to
right.
introduce. I want you guys to finish up with your friend Andrew that's
Sounds
been
good.
showing me a great time down here.
Andrew's the man.
Andrew Boss, here you go.
I knew Andrew for a few years.
How's it going?
What's
Yep,
up,
Andrew's in the building.
Drew?
Drew.
Definitely
Yeah.
tackle.
We've been talking with Andrew a little bit. He'll have his own little podcast and stuff. But it's nice to have, you guys together. And he was ultimately I just said, hey, I got a couple guys that want to come down and fish a little bit. And Andrew's like, I got you.
Yeah, I knew who the man to call was.
I got you.
That's for sure.
I had to put him on because like when I'm up in Orlando, sometimes Andrew's in Orlando, and sometimes I need a place to crash because I'm doing events and stuff, and
Sure.
He's always lending me a place to sleep. We chill and stuff, so I gotta return the favor and put his
Always.
boys on some fish that I just met, but
Always.
we're friends now. We're
I
gonna be
just
linking up. Can't wait to go down in your area,
Yeah,
get some
you definitely
catfish
gotta
and
get
stuff.
Up.
Way up.
Way up.
No, it's great, man. And I appreciate all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Mike, for showing them good hospitality, man. And,
Anytime.
Good entertainment, as always, yeah?
Thanks for inviting them down.
Always.
So
always.
speaking of entertainment, there's had to be some pretty crazy things happen on some of these guided trips,
Oh yeah,
right?
every day. We have clients catching a monster, slipping in the water, like falling in the water. We had, let me see, another one. I'm fishing. 3 cars recognized me at the same time, pulled over, but while going fast, stopping traffic. We thought it was a car accident scene. They all got out of the car to take pictures with me, stopping traffic.
No.
That was pretty crazy because the fans were like, "Did that just happen?" I'm like, "Yeah." But that was another crazy. There's every time guiding, there's always something that happens, and it's always a journey to look forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you ever see any snakes?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I've
I'm
been
not sure
scared
what
to death of seeing snakes down here. Luckily, we haven't
Yeah,
seen any.
we got beautiful
snakes.
water moccasins.
Sometimes gator. Sometimes
Yeah, but
some
they
gator.
They don't really mess with you down here.
Nah, but it's always a blast down here. There's always something that brings that excitement, puts the story on for the day.
Definitely.
Do you and Andrew get to fish at all?
Oh yeah, we always catch
Whenever-
largemouth bass.
Whenever we link up.
Whenever we link up, fishing is always on the list
Definitely.
Yeah.
when we link up.
Definitely.
Who gets obviously he's got spots, you got spots.
Yeah, he put me on some of his Broward peacocks. They got some nice peacocks up there. They got a definitely a bunch.
Yeah, we have a quantity we just don't have that quality really that Miami
The size,
does. Yeah,
to me that's quality. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see
yeah.
a lot.
We saw some nice
I
bass up there that we didn't catch too.
yeah, definitely. We can.
You'll still get that. I've caught a Broward giant. I caught that 6-pounder. Just got.
Yeah, my biggest is 6.5 in Broward. So
Yeah.
Mine's 4. What's up?
But and then Miami is just a spot where if you put in that
Mike,
work,
why
you
do you-
catch that fish.
Mike, why do you think they get so much heavier in Miami?
I just think
Because
that
I'm 10 minutes from the Miami-Dade line, and you can even tell a big difference in everything in the peas.
I think they started originally growing big down here, then they traveled up there.
Okay.
That's another thing of what I've been told from somebody that's been,
You think they have more bait down here, or?
There is a lot of bait down. No, but you guys have Mayans and all types
But
of
we
bait,
don't have
so it's
jewels
not
up. We don't
bait.
have a lot of jewels up there, though.
Yeah, but they don't need. Yeah, but they don't need jewels to get big.
Yeah, I know.
Cichlids still get big too. I guess
we have bigger Mayans. I feel like in Broward, we have huge Mayans.
It's like I don't know. I've caught plenty of Broward. I caught plenty of Miami. I just feel like
Today, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I've seen a lot of bait fish today.
Thank you.
Versus, maybe we just weren't hitting bait fish spots, but we did a float, and I just saw tons of minnows and stuff floating everywhere.
Yeah, there's bait. The peacocks eat good down here.
Yeah.
That's for sure. When do you think is the best time for someone to come down?
I mean, summer's good. I mean, which is now, it's hot. We got a few today, nothing crazy. But March and April is when they're really, like, fired up. They're spawning. You can
bed it up.
Yeah, bed it up. You can pick and choose around March and April, even late February, even February.
Why didn't you tell us to come in February?
I've been telling you to come down for 5 years.
Is there a downtime for them?
Yeah, late. Even in the beginning of February, they start. I know one canal that they start
a little bit earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have my spots to go to when it's time. But
Is there
the best
a downtime?
Downtime. I don't really have a downtime, honestly. I just think when the peacocks aren't biting, it's just that day.
Yeah, right.
Because tomorrow we can slay. Today let's say if today we didn't catch anything, tomorrow could be an epic day. We all caught monsters. Peacock bass fishing, you can't really predict it.
No,
if you
can't compare it to anything else either, which is what I wanted to tell them.
It's not like you wake up in the morning, I'm going to go largemouth bass fishing. This is the worm I'm going to use. I'm going to flick it on that lily pad because I know they're going to be in that lily pad. With peacock bass, they're not in that shopping cart. Go to that bridge down the street. They might be at the bridge, not at the bridge. Man, you got to go to another spot. But, you have to hunt. It's like a hunt slash fishing.
Yeah, this is the first time they've experienced spot hopping,
Yeah,
we'd be at a spot for 10 minutes, and I'd say, all right, pack it up.
I like sight fishing for peacock bass rather than just blind casting and just hoping that a fish eats. Because the excitement of watching the fish attack, oh, yeah, this is mine. I'm going to get him. Instead of just sitting there like, am I going to sit here for an hour until a bite or 5? I don't know. So
as a fellow guide, I gotta say you got it good here. Like you said, you're talking year-round fishing. Pennsylvania, my trout fishing, I shut trout fishing down end of June, July, August.
Yeah.
Water's too hot, too low. You're controlled by all the canals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you got locks to keep
your
water.
If it's a drought, no rain, or if it's low, maybe we have the floodgates, so it's all pushing through all our systems. We never really have a problem with the water temps or any.
And the other thing with me back home, the storm we were in the other day, that amount of rain would have. Chocolate milk. We would have been fishing chocolate milk for 2 days.
I mean, we have mixed up water down here, too, and it's like, we can't fish this spot today because, look, it's stirred up. Yeah. But
and we had some of those issues today, too.
Yeah, we saw some waters that we had to leave because... Oh, yeah.
Spraying.
And those people that be spraying the banks,
Stop spraying.
It's like, look, I know it's a job and you got to kill the grass because people live there. They probably don't even care. They probably don't even care about fishing, but they want their lawn to look good. Yeah. The guys I'm not a negative person. I'm just speaking the truth. I mean, you guys are helping the people with their grass and stuff, but you're killing all our fish, so thank you. Oh my gosh, guys, can you please stop spraying?
Oh man!
So what's next for you?
Keep doing what I'm doing until something happens that's bigger than what I'm doing.
Boat.
Oh, I already have a boat on the way.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Everything is in a process. Yeah, boat's on the way. It's going to be awesome. More journeys. Honored to have a boat.
GoFundMe. Monster Mike gets a boat.
Yeah, guys, I'm honored to have a boat coming in for zero amount of dollars I had to spend, and it's a blessing feeling. I mean, it's a 22 or something flats boat. Yeah. I'm going to be able to start really having
Get into
fun.
That. What sponsors are really pushing you right now?
Sea Mule is one of my sponsors that helps me big time in this. They support my videos, and they're the reason why I'm getting a boat.
Who is Sea Mule?
Sea Mule, they have fishing carts. They got pliers, hats. It's a company that, it's a cart. Instead of carrying your bait buckets and tackle and rods and stuff, like if you're on a pier or beach, it's really helpful to load all your stuff, baggage on this one particular cart, and then even when you're on the bridges, it's smooth. You just push it to your spot.
Is that the one where they have the big tires?
Yeah, with the big tires.
Yeah.
But their Instagram is
not exactly that, but
Sea Mule.
Yeah,
Sea Mule.
At Sea Mule on Instagram.
How do you spell that?
SEAMULE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good guys over there.
Good guys.
Stevie built something like that, like not any kind of fancy production thing. Like he took like a Home Depot cart and started welding stuff on it, and duct tape, a lot of duct tape,
yeah,
some Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I mean, it's same concept, yeah, creative DIY homemade fishing cart.
So soon people will be able to go on a guided trip with you from a boat as well.
Oh, if they want to book a boat, they can do it now if they want to, but they'll be able to book a boat trip. When people want to book boat trips now, I have a friend that also does Peacock Bass Guides. His name is Drew's Bait Shop. We actually saw him
way down.
So so I refer the clients to him if they're for me. The clients for me, I'll be on the boat. Still fishing, that's if they really wanted a boat trip and they wanted me along, I'll hop on. If they just want me to recommend, then I recommend it to my buddy Drew.
Yeah, so any time of the year, boat or urban fishing, Monster Mike's your guy for Peacock Bass.
Land or boat, I'll make it happen. Put you on them and you'll have a blast.
Fish whistles.
Woo-wee. I mean, yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah.
So tell us, Mike, where all can we find you and how all can we get a hold of you again? Just so everybody knows.
So you can reach me at info@monstermikefishing.com. My Instagram is monster_Mike86. And if you want to watch some crazy, entertaining, awesome videos, my YouTube channel is Monster Mike Fishing.
Awesome. So check those all out, and you have a blast watching his YouTube videos. You can stay up all night watching them.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, so much, brother. Thank you so much.
All right. Around with you all day.
I'll see you guys. Again soon.
Great state of Pennsylvania.
Where can they find us?
Stevie,
you can find us at www.rutandriverpursuits.com, on Instagram at R2Pursuits, Facebook, Rut and River Pursuits Podcast. Download the podcast on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play Music, and Castbox. Later.
R2 World.
Check them out, guys. Check them out. They are awesome. Check them out.
Thanks for listening to the Rut and River Pursuits Podcast. Follow the R2 Pro staff by searching Rut and River Pursuits on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until the next episode, we need to see you in the outdoors.